Hey, how's it going, everyone? Gabriel here with REI Leads. And first of all, I wanted to say thank you for actually taking the time to watch this training video, this case study that we put together for you. As you can see from the title and the words on the screen right now, I'm going to be walking you through how we generated 18 seller leads in 14 days with a $5 per day budget. Okay, and this is done inside of Facebook ads. Okay, but this is going to be a very specific form of Facebook ads. And what I'm going to do inside the video is I'm going to actually walk you through the exact process that we do, to build out the campaign to generate these seller leads. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. I'm going to be walking you through step by step. But again, I do want to say, thank you for taking the time to watch this. I know your time is very valuable, so I really do appreciate that you guys are actually taking the time to watch it. Okay, but with that being said, let's go ahead and jump straight into this case study and into this tutorial. Okay, so before I go and I dive deep into how to actually set up this campaign, I do want to show you guys the proof of the results that I'm telling you guys, those 18 leads in 14 days. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit refresh here inside of my Facebook Ads Manager. All right, and as you can see right now, I have it set at the last 14 days. Okay, and on the screen here, you can see that we have 18 leads. We've gotten the leads for about $3.88 per lead, and that was within the last 14 days. Okay, so we spent less than $70 to get 18 leads for the company top offer today. All right. Now I will say this is not going to be the case for every single person that runs these type of campaigns. What we normally see inside of our agency when we run these types of campaigns for different real estate investors across the country, we see an average of $5 per lead all the way up to $20 per lead. And, obviously that depends on how competitive your market is, and how well you optimize, your campaigns and the targeting and the ads that you use and things like that. Okay, but as you can see right here, again, let me just refresh one more time. In the last 14 days, we generated those 18 leads for about $3.88 a lead. We have this campaign set for a $5 per day budget. Okay, so just think about that, you guys. For those of you that are on a very limited budget, you just don't know where to put your marketing dollar into. You don't want to, go and spend a lot of money on something you just don't know is going to work. I definitely highly recommend. Implementing this strategy. All it takes is about $5 a day. That's only $150 a month to start generating some leads. And even at the highest end, um, even if at the highest end where it's $20 per lead, if you divide that into the $150 per month, you're looking at an extra 7 leads a month, just for having this campaign. And it does not take any extra time. It's not doing things like cold calling, spending hours a day cold calling people. It's not going and driving around your city looking for vacant homes. These are people that are just on their phone, they're seeing your ads, they're filling out your form, and now you have leads to call, and they're actually going to you telling you that they're interested in selling the house. Okay, so here is the results. This is proof of what we've been able to do for this company, the campaign that we've done. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take you guys through this campaign build. I'm going to show you guys how to build it for yourself so that you guys can implement it inside of your business and take advantage of this amazing marketing strategy. Okay, so what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to go into Ads Manager. Okay, if you do not have an Ads Manager account inside of Facebook, I'm not going to walk you through that here. And the reason for that is because there's a ton of tutorials on how to create an Ads Manager account. It's really simple. All you have to do is go into Facebook and set it up. So I don't want to waste too much time on that. If you don't have one or you don't know how to do it, I recommend just going on to like YouTube and just figuring out how to set up your Ads Manager account. But once you have that set up, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the campaign section. Okay, and that's where it's all going to start off. It's going to start off in the campaign section. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on create. Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and start over. Um, so this is what it's going to look like. Okay, um, when it comes to campaign, the campaign level. Actually, let me back up just a few steps. Facebook ads is broken down to three different sections. We have the campaign level, the ad set level, and then the ad level. Okay, the campaign level, what we do here is we actually choose the objective of the entire campaign. Okay, we choose what we want the campaign to do, whether that's, just showing or showing our ads to a bunch of people, which is going to be the awareness objective. Then there's consideration objective, which is like traffic, getting post engagements, getting video views, having them send you messages, lead generation, and then the conversion section, which is just making them take an action, whether that's buying something on your website or filling out a form or things like that. Okay. But for this specific campaign, the one I'm going to be walking you through, we're going to be using the lead generation objective. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select lead generation. All right. And then what I like to do is I typically like to name it by the company name, the objective, so lead generation. Okay. And then depending on how many campaigns I've set up, this could be like number 2 because we already have one running. Okay. Now there is going to be right here the campaign budget optimization. What this means is Facebook's actually switching it. You used to be able to set how much you want to spend each day inside of the ad set level, but they are switching it, and they have announced that they are going to only allow for the campaign budget. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to recommend just go ahead and set the campaign budget optimization. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just set that $5 a day, that like we talked about earlier. Okay, and that's really it. We just have to select the objective that you want, the name of the campaign, and then the budget. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and hit continue. All right, and the ad set level is probably going to be the most important part. This is where we're going to actually set up our, targeting, our audience and targeting for this campaign. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to walk you through each step right here inside of the ad set section. Okay, and you're just gonna follow along and just set it up like this. Okay, set it up the way that I'm gonna show you guys. Now, what I will say is when we run campaigns for our real estate investing clients, we do build multiple different ad sets, different targeting, things like that, because over time it will get saturated. But for now, for those of you that just want to get started and just want to start generating leads as soon as possible, just go ahead and follow this method. And then I'll explain a little later at the end of the video how you can actually just start getting into the more start getting into the different types of audiences that we target. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and name the ad set name. What I like to do is I like to name it based on the audience that we're going to target. Okay, so what I would do is I would start off with the geolocation. So for example, if you're just going to target one specific zip code, I would just type in the zip code that you're targeting. If you're targeting, a city, then you can name the city. Or if you're targeting like a county, you can name the county. Okay. But what I'm going to do in this one, I'm just going to go ahead and put all zips. And what this means and what this tells me is I'm going to be targeting all the zip codes that this business goes after, okay, that they target. So I'm going to go ahead and hit all zips. I'm going to go ahead and do 35 plus because I only market to people that are 35 years and older. Yes, people that are younger than that may have houses to sell, but typically what we see is the people that are older than 35 are the ones that convert the best. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna do English speaking. If you do any other type of languages, feel free to do that. You won't even have to mention the language. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and do broad, and then you'll understand what I mean by that right now. Okay, so now we have our ad set name. We have the page name itself. Oh, I'm sorry, the page itself. We're gonna go ahead and choose the page that we want to use to to use the ads for. So for example, this is the company top 5 for today. This is the one we're going to be running the ads for. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that page there. What you would do is you would just select your Facebook page that you want to run the ads for. Okay, if you don't have a Facebook page, again, I recommend just going and quickly watching a video to set up your Facebook page. It is very important to have a Facebook page regardless if you're going to be running ads or not. I just think it's very important. So go ahead and set up your Facebook page. Then you would select the Facebook page that you created for your company to run the ads for. Okay, I've gone ahead and accepted the terms. But when you first get started, you're gonna have to click on accept term. You'll hit accept terms. It'll give you like a pop-up, and you just have to hit accept. We're gonna go ahead and leave this dynamic creative off. Custom audience, we're just gonna go ahead and ignore that for now. location. This is where we're going to go ahead and dive into what I recommend targeting is by zip codes. Okay, so it's very important that you figure out which zip codes you want to use to actually market to. Okay, you're not gonna just want to go in and select a city that you invest in because there's gonna be a lot of areas that you don't want to buy houses in. So I do recommend that you figure out the zip codes that you want to market to, and then you would just start typing them in to um, this section right here, this location section. Now, what I recommend is if you already have a list of zip codes that you target, and you just have that saved somewhere, what you can do is you can click on Add Locations in Bulk. You would select location type postcodes, and then you would just start typing or just paste the zip codes there, match locations, and then you can see right here, it's gonna pull up the zip codes that I just entered, and I'm just gonna hit Add 3 locations, and then we're done there. Okay, so you can see right here on this little map, it's showing you this little section that we're going to be marketing to. Okay, then obviously you can always add more, right, and just go from there. Okay, perfect. And again, I recommend definitely doing zip codes. You could do cities if you wanted to, um, but it's just you're gonna get a lot of people that may be in areas you don't want to buy in. So again, just I recommend just getting zip codes. Okay. Now going down, we're gonna go ahead and select the age. So again, like I said, I want to choose 35 and older. We're gonna go ahead and just leave it as all genders. Let me see here. I'm gonna edit that. So for the detailed targeting, I recommend when you're with your first campaign, just leave it broad. We're just gonna go ahead and stick with just the zip codes, okay? Um, don't go in and start adding different interests and demographics and things like that, because the thing is when you start adding those, you're going to start eliminating people that you may not have wanted to eliminate. Okay, we want to let Facebook do its thing and just show the ad to people, and we're just going to make it broad inside of all those zip codes, just so that we can show those ads to all those people, and it's going to make it to where you're going to get a lot more leads, and you're not going to be limiting yourself by choosing those different detailed targeting. Okay, now eventually over time we will want to start playing around with the different targeting. With our agency, we have figured out different types of interests and demographics to target. But for the sake of this training and for the sake of you just starting out, I recommend just leaving it broad with zip codes. And again, that's why I say it's extremely important for you to figure out which zip codes you want to market to. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and leave the detailed targeting alone. Right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on Show More Options. Now for this company, I know that they only market to English speaking people. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit English. You can, just leave it alone if you do multiple different types of languages. And that's how you do that. You just click on that show more options and then you select the language. Okay. So now we have our audience set up. We have the zip codes we want to target. We have the age that we're going to select. We're going to market to all genders. We're going to leave the targeting alone. The languages we'll leave alone. Okay, and now we're going to come down to placements. What I'm going to recommend for placements is we're going to click on edit placements. We're not going to leave it at automatic placements. We're going to click on edit placements. I'm going to go ahead and uncheck Instagram, and I'm actually going to uncheck everything except for Facebook newsfeed. Okay, that's what I'm going to do it there. Now, what I found is sometimes whenever you leave Facebook newsfeed, just Facebook newsfeed, sometimes there has been cases where accounts they just are not getting the reach that they want, and what I mean by reach is it's just not showing it to enough people. So what I recommend is just coming in and then you can add things like Facebook Marketplace and then see what it does there. And then if you're still not getting enough reach, then we are playing around with this automatic placements. And we are getting some good results. But again, I recommend, unless you truly know what you're doing, just stick with the Facebook newsfeed for now. Okay. So we went ahead and selected our placements. Now we're going to come back down. The leads, we're going to leave it there. Everything else we're just going to leave alone. Again, we want to make sure that we have all of the rest of this set up this exact way. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through it really quickly with you one more time. We set the name. We chose the page. We chose our zip codes. Okay. We set the age. We left the gender alone. We did not play around with the targeting, and we have the languages set. Okay. So now I'm going to go down, and again, we set our placements. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and go down. I'm going to click on continue, and then we're going to get into the ad name. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and name this. I'm going to call this attention ad, and then lead gen. Okay. We're going to leave the Facebook page, or obviously that one's locked, so we're not going to touch that. This Instagram one, we're not marketing on Instagram, so that's fine. And then what I recommend doing is sticking with carousel. Okay. Um, for whatever reason, we found that carousel works the best. Works a lot better than the single image one. Um, we don't do a lot of video. Video we usually just leave to retargeting. When we're doing it to like the cold audience, we just stick with carousel, and we use images of houses that they look like houses in the area that we're marketing to. I don't like to use stock photos. I like to make it look like the real houses so that people um, feel more comfortable, where they actually feel like it's a real company, a real ad, and it's real houses that you're showing to them. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and stick with carousel, and we're gonna come down to right here where it says text. Okay, there's basically four main sections when it comes to the ad. There's the text itself, okay, which shows up above the images. So you can see right here it says text. Okay, then there's the headline, which shows up in this little box right here. If I do headline, okay, you're gonna see right here it says headline. Okay, and then we have the images themselves. So I have some houses right here. Let me go ahead and just select that one. Continue. Okay, so you can see right here the image is right there. And then the description, you don't have to do this, but you can if you want to just add some extra verbiage in there. So we can just do like description, and then you can see it shows up right underneath the headline. Okay, and then the last section is going to be the call to action. We're going to click on get offer. I like to use get offer. Um, that's the one that I feel converts the best. So we're just going to go ahead and leave that call to action there, and you can see it changed it right there. Okay. So again, with the carousel, it's going to be 3 different images that they can kind of like scroll through if they're on their phone, or if they're on desktop, they can kind of just move through it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just select images for all 3 of them. Let's do this one for the second one, this one for the third one. Okay. Perfect. So you can see right here, those 3 images are there. And now with the text, what I like to recommend, guys, is just play around with the ads. I recommend having at least 3 ads for each ad set that you have. Okay. And I'll show you guys how to quickly duplicate an ad. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and do like this. We'll go in all caps, attention. So I'm marketing to a city called Bakersfield. It's a city inside of California. So I'm going to go attention Bakersfield homeowners. And what I like to do is I like to just throw in some emojis. So I'll go like house emoji, okay? And then what you can do is you can just highlight that house there, and then just copy and paste it. So I'll just go like that. I'll just go paste like that. So attention Bakersfield homeowners. We are looking to buy 3 to 5 more houses in your area this month. Okay. If you are considering selling your house, definitely click the get offer button below to, or you know what, listen. So we are looking to buy 3 to 5 more houses in your area this month. Click the button below. You'll get a free, no obligation cash offer on your house. Okay, let's go like that. When you sell to us, you never have to pay any and then I can just go like this. Now, guys, I'm just creating this on the fly. Let's see. We'll do a times emoji. Let's do that. Let's see. Nope. Let's do an X. That's what I meant to do. There we go. We'll copy that. I just like throwing in some emojis just so that it catches people's eyes. So we'll just do. You never have to pay, you know, commissions, um, repair costs, any out of pocket expenses. We take care of everything. Perfect. Okay. So there's a little ad right there that I put together. For the headline, we can put, let's say, we buy houses in Bakersfield fast for cash. We'll go like that. So it's gonna update. Oh, let me go ahead and copy that because I added it to the third one. I like to just put the same headline on all three. So you can see right there, we buy houses fast for cash. We buy houses in Bakersfield fast for cash. If you're, doing multiple cities, but it's more than just one, or if you're doing multiple zip codes, but it's more than just one city, you can put something like we buy houses in Kern County fast for cash, or we buy houses in your area. Whatever you want to put, that's what I would just put right there. And then in the description, we can just put get a free cash offer for your house today. Click the, what I like to do is I like to get offer button. Okay. And now what we're going to do is, so that's that. We buy houses in your area fast for cash. Perfect. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just hit, well, I was going to say we're going to hit save. What I recommend doing, you guys, is you need to make sure that you have your Facebook pixel set up. This is something that we do for you when you guys sign up for us for us to manage your ads. If you don't know how to set up your Facebook pixel, again, there's a ton of YouTube videos explaining how to do this, but I do recommend getting the Facebook pixel set up because it's going to allow you to do different retargeting campaigns, which is extremely, extremely important. And again, that's something that we set up for you if you end up, going with our company to run your marketing for you. But again, you want to make sure that your Facebook pixel is turned on. You can see right here we have their pixel set up. We have the name of the ad. We've chosen carousel. We have the 3 images. We have the text right there. Feel free to copy this if you want to. What I do recommend though is if you are going to copy it, just kind of change the verbiage a little bit so you're not just using exact word for word what I'm using. Then there's the headlines, the description. We chose to get offer call to action. Okay, there's the Facebook pixel setup, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually choose the form. Okay, so with lead ads, it's basically a form that's directly on Facebook, so you don't have to have a form on your website. It's just going to pop up straight inside of Facebook. When you guys first start out, you may not have a form inside of your account, so what you're going to do is just go ahead and click on new form. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and name this. I'm going to name this one just so that I know not to use it, test info form. But what I'd recommend is doing something like property information form or something like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave this one, the more volume one. I'd like to keep the intro off. So we're going to go ahead and click on questions. For the headline, I'm going to put get your free cash offer. Okay. And then for the names, we can do full name, email. I like to do phone number, and then obviously the street address, city, state, and then you can, if you want to kind of use less fields, you can leave the zip code out if you want to, but I like to just use all of them. Now this is one other thing for those of you guys that use a CRM program that needs to have the name separated. What you would do is you would just delete that one and then add the first name and then add, let me see, last name, and then just move those to the top by clicking that. Okay. Oops. Now I know if you use like Podio, I believe that they only use like a full, or you can set it to just use a full name. But some of you guys use CRMs that require the names to be split up, so you can just delete the full name one and then add first name and last name. So now we have their name, their email, their phone number, and the property itself. And then you can see right here, this is what it looks like for them. It's just using the images that we had inside of the ad. For the privacy policy, you will need a privacy policy. So it is you should have a website if you're going to be doing online marketing. You should have a website anyways. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to their website, topoffertoday.com. We actually built this website for them, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and click on privacy policy. So if you don't have a website, I definitely recommend going to reileads.com, okay? That's our company. We build done-for-you websites. So if you don't want to have to deal with, creating verbiage, creating layouts, creating forms, and stuff like that, definitely go to our website. Just click on that Get Started, and then you can get a done-for-you website, and we'll build everything for you, set everything up for you, add all your information, things like that, and it will come with the privacy policy page, and then you can just add that there, okay? And then the thank you screen. What I like to do is I like to get people to give us a call, because that's really all we want to do is we just want to get on the phone with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on, for the headline, I'm going to put we received your information, okay? And then for the description, I'm going to put thank you for sharing your property info. Oh, I can't type today. Information. We will reach out to you within 24 hours to give you your free cash offer. If you would like to speed up the process, click the button below to jump on a call with us. Okay. Oh, let's ignore that. Okay, perfect. And then for the button type, obviously we're asking them to give us a call, so I'm going to click on call business. The button text, I'm going to put give us a call, and then I'm going to go over to their website, copy the phone number, paste that there, and there you have it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. I'm going to hit finish. And now we've just created our property information form, created the ad, we created the ad set with the audience, the targeting, and we created the campaign. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to hit confirm. It's gonna save everything and publish everything. And the thing is, it's not gonna go right away. Obviously, you can see right here. Right now, it says in draft. It's doing this little animation thing. You can see that it's publishing everything. But what's gonna happen is it's gonna say in review. Facebook is gonna review the ad that you created, everything that you've done. Okay, it shouldn't take more than like a day. Sometimes it even happens within like 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, but once you hit that publish, everything is gonna be it's gonna get kicked off, and it's gonna start running for you, and those ads are gonna start showing to people inside of the location that you set up. Okay. So there you have it, you guys. That's how you set up the exact campaign that we built to get those 18 leads for the $3.88 per lead. Okay, we're only using a $5 a day budget. You can see within the last 14 days, we've only spent $70. Okay, so this is going to be a super awesome way to start generating seller leads, especially for those of you that are on a limited budget. Now, this does work for you if you do have, a larger budget. If you just want to start cranking in leads into your CRM, for you guys to start buying more houses, then this is still an awesome way to do it. You just throw some more money into it, and then obviously you get more leads. Okay. So if you do have any questions, feel free to go to our website. You can reach out to us. You can send me, a question. And then if you are interested in having us build out your campaign for you, whether it's just building it out and then you manage it, so you don't have to go through all this, we can set everything up for you the right way, and you can kind of just monitor it. There's going to be a button below this video for you to click on, and then we also offer management of the campaigns. Okay, if you just want it to be all hands off, you want someone that knows what they're doing to run the ads for you. You want them to set it up. When you go and you order the setup the Facebook ads set up from us. Not only do we create this specific campaign for you, but we also do things like build out your Facebook page. We also install your pixels. We set up some retargeting campaigns. We give you all the ads that we run for all of our clients, so that you know they're going to be working. And then you also get other things like I said earlier in the video. We have other interests and targeting that we go after, okay, that we set up for you guys, as well as some other campaigns that aren't just this one. We do things like campaigns that send people to your website to get them to fill out your form on your website and things like that, okay. So if you're interested in just having a full-on Facebook marketing campaign set up, definitely click that link under this video, okay, and then you can learn more about what we offer and things like that. All right. And then again, if you also, another thing is, if you don't have a website, at the very least, you should have some type of online presence. Number one, going to be that Facebook page, and number two, it is going to be a website. And nowadays, it's so easy to get a website online, you guys. It's not expensive at all. I know for a lot of investors, you guys are familiar or used to it being something like $50 to $100 per month just to have a website. That's not what we offer. What we do is we actually build your website for you. It's just a one-time thing, and then it's yours. You own it. You manage it. You can control it. And we have some pretty awesome templates. Okay, so I definitely recommend. There is going to be another link under this. It'll just say something like view websites, templates, or something like that. Click on that if you're interested in getting a done-for-you website set up. Okay, and the websites that we build are built for conversion. They're built with conversion in mind. We want people to fill out the forms to give you the information. Okay, but again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I do want to thank you again for taking time out of your day. I understand and I know that your time is super important to you. So I want to thank you guys for taking time to listen to me, to watch this training that I put together for you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys take some massive action and start implementing this campaign into your business. And again, if you're interested in having us build this for you, then definitely click the link below to get some more information on our Facebook marketing campaign setup and management. Okay, but thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys again soon.